The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to the Pharisees, "There was a rich man who dressed in purple garments and fine linen, and dined sumptuously each day. And lying at his door was a poor man named Lazarus, covered with sores, who would gladly have eaten his fill of the scraps that fell from the rich man's table. Dogs even used to come and lick his sores. When the poor man died, he was carried away by angels to the bosom of Abraham. The rich man also died and was buried. And from the netherworld, where he was in torment, he raised his eyes and saw Abraham far off, and Lazarus at his side. And he cried out, 'Father Abraham, have pity on me. Send Lazarus to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am suffering torment in these flames.' Abraham replied, 'My child, remember that you received what was good during your lifetime, while Lazarus likewise received what was bad. But now he is comforted here, whereas you are tormented. Moreover, between us and you a great chasm is established to prevent anyone from crossing who might wish to go from our side to yours, or from your side to ours.' He said, 'Then I beg you, Father, send him to my father's house, for I have 5 brothers, so that he may warn them, lest they too come to this place of torment.' But Abraham replied, 'They have Moses and the prophets. Let them listen to them.' He said, 'Oh no, Father Abraham, but if someone from the dead goes to them, they will repent.' Then Abraham said, 'If they will not listen to Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded if someone should rise from the dead.'" The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. More torturous than all else is the human heart. Beyond remedy, who can understand it? Only God truly understands our hearts. I, the Lord, alone probe the mind and test the heart. He listens to our hearts as well as to our deeds. And usually one or the other comes up wanting. But he is a good and merciful God who longs to change our hearts. That, after all, is what this Lenten journey is about. Conversion, changing our hearts, converting them back more fully to God. to the gospel, to the good news of our salvation. What does it take to make us willing to change our hearts? I'll leave that as a rhetorical question for us to ponder this morning. What does it take for us to be willing to change our hearts? May we be open to God touching our hearts, making them less stony and more living flesh, more filled with the love of God, with the courage to change our hearts and our minds when we need to, so that unlike the rich man in the gospel, who even in death would not have a change of heart, but still thought that he could command and commandeer poor Lazarus into serving his will, that we, on the other hand, may have hearts of flesh that God uses to touch our lives and through us to touch, to love, and to serve those around us. Because, of course, we have Moses and the prophets to teach us, but we also have the Son of God, the Messiah, who did rise from the dead. Blessed are they who hope in the Lord.